everybody, and welcome to my channel. My name is Justin, and today I am going to be talking about 10 random things in Germany that might surprise you if you have not been to Germany. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first thing is public bathrooms cost money. Yes, you heard right. Public bathrooms are not free. I know in America you can go to any gas station, you can go anywhere, and they are free. Now, if you go to a train station in Germany, if you go to like a rest area on the Autobahn or off the highway, then you'll have to pay to use the bathroom. It's normally about 25 to 50 cents, but in Germany they do make you pay. So let's say you're going to a rest stop on the Autobahn, because that's normally where you have to pay to use the bathroom. Normally, if you go to like any normal gas station that's not off the Autobahn, you don't have to pay. They normally give you a key and then you walk to the back of the gas station to use the bathroom. But for these other places where you have to pay, it's always like a little security barrier. So in order to get through, you have to put in, I think it's like 25 to 50 cents in order to use the bathroom. And I know you may think that is crazy. And yeah, it kind of is. But there's other options. So let's say if you're on the Autobahn and you have to use the restroom, but you don't want to necessarily pay to use the bathroom. So we have multiple different rest areas, and there's another rest area that's normally always, so you'll always have maybe a gas station there, which you'll have to pay for. Or if you go to the next rest area, it's the woods. Yeah, so this one's fun. So there's certain sections on the Autobahn where if you like rear off because you have to use the bathroom, there's a large parking lot and then there's a bunch of trees there. And if you have to go, you just walk in the forest and you just do your business. It's very common. I remember doing it growing up. If we didn't stop at a gas station area and we stopped at one of those places, then you know it's easy. You just go over, do your business, and then go back in the car. I could see why for some people that would be really uncomfortable. Sometimes you do walk past other people peeing in the forest. I haven't seen anybody poop in the forest, but mostly I have seen other people pee in that little foresty area. And it's normally a bunch of truck drivers who are there anyway. You know, young families sometimes stop there. Mostly they'll probably go to the gas station, but you do have that. Also, in fast food restaurants like McDonald's, if you go, and I keep going like this downstairs because the back in Heidelberg, the McDonald's I used to go to, their bathroom was downstairs. And a lot of fast food restaurants, actually, McDonald's or fast food restaurants will hire a cleaner for the bathroom. So those bathrooms are technically free, but the cleaner will be sitting there at her like little table, and there's always a tray or a plate there. And normally after you're done using the bathroom, you'll normally, pull out a euro or 50 cents and you put that money on the plate for her or him. Now, it's not mandatory, but it's kind of a gesture of saying, hey, here you go, you're good. Thank you for keeping the restrooms clean, because those restrooms tend to be rather clean. Unlike America, McDonald's, or you go to any fast food restaurant in America, those restrooms, and y'all know what I'm talking about, are dirty. In Europe, they're clean for the most part. They are clean. Those cleaners don't make a lot of money, so those tips really do help out. So sometimes you probably will get a nasty look if you don't tip them, just because it's like, hey, I'm sitting here like, bruh, I cleaned the bathroom, like, help me out a little bit, because they really don't make a lot of money. Number 2, water costs money. So, in America, like if you order tap water, it's complimentary. Now, if you order fancy water from the bottle, like sparkling water or I don't know, water that just comes in a bottle, you have to pay for. Well, in Germany, it's a little bit different. So in Germany, you have to pay for any type of water. So if you decide, hey, I just want tap water, you get charged for that. If you buy bottled water, you get charged for that. And even for refills, and refills on everything, sodas, drinks, teas, any kind of thing you could think of, you get charged for. And while we're on that topic, even condiments like ketchup, mayonnaise, mustard. There you go. I was trying to think. I was like, wait, what's the other one? Mustard. You get charged for that. And it's not expensive. It's like 5 cents, 10 cents, 25 cents. It depends where you go, but that stuff, it's not free. I didn't write this down, but even a little fun note, I'm not sure if they do it anymore, but when I was younger, in movie theaters, they would actually take breaks if the movie was long, like Harry Potter. I didn't think it was long, but I think because, you're a bunch of kids there, they do take intermissions in between the movies, so you can get up, stretch, use the bathroom, and go buy some more food. Now, let's say you had a Coke and you wanted some more Coke, you have to pay for that. There's no free refill on that. That's here you go. Here's your money. So you do have to pay for that. The cool thing also that I love about Germany, or one thing that if you do go to Germany, what you'll notice is that the waiters always at restaurants, now not fast food restaurants, like legit restaurants, like where you sit down and the food's good. They give you'll notice that all the waiters normally have these pouches on their side. And the cool thing is when you're ready to pay your bill, they'll go to the computer, pull out your receipt, and then if you want to pay them money, those pouches are actually their wallets. So they'll go ahead if you they'll do everything right then and there. Where in America or other places, they'll take the money, bring it to the register. No, in Germany, they do the math right then and there. They'll give you your change so you can be up on your way. So that's pretty cool. I just thought, I don't know why I like that so much, but I thought I'd share that with you guys. Number 4. Now, I know this is starting to become a little bit popular in America. It's not there yet. I know certain cities do it. Is Pfand. Pfand is basically your bottles. When you bring your bottles back to the store, certain bottles you get cents for. And what a lot of people, Lidl and Aldi, those are some of the 2 biggest food markets in Germany, just as Rewe, Penny, those are just some other grocery stores as well. They all do that. So across Germany wide, you can go ahead and if you have certain bottles, you can bring those back, you put them through the little machine, and you'll get your receipt back. So some people, and I can speak from our own experience too, what my oppa used to do is some people have like these big blue bags, or what we used to do is like get a big grape trash bag and you just fill them in. You just take your empty bottles and you just put them in. Now I know some people, they'll be like, oh, if I have 4 bottles, I'll just take it, and it's like 20 cents or something, or let's say 50 or a euro 50 they'll get back. But some people, just like my family or other people, they'll wait and they'll actually let the bottles build up and then go to the to their preferred grocery store and turn the fund in so they can get the money. And of course, if you have the money, you just keep the receipt, and then at the when you're at checkout, you just go ahead and you use it. And if you don't want to use it at that time, you don't have to. You can just keep it and then come back. Now, one thing that you will see in Germany is you'll see homeless people rummaging through the garbage. And you might say, well, that's really disgusting that they're doing that, but they're looking for those bottles. I've seen a lot of homeless people, and I've known one homeless person actually who I would see often, who would go through all the trash cans and sometimes even ask you, hey, do you have any extra bottles you can give me? And if you have, give it to them. What's 5 cents, 15 cents? Now, it does add up. It definitely adds up, and it can definitely save you, if you're an extreme saver, it can save you 20 euros sometimes. It can go big. For us, I think we would at least, 10 sometimes. Again, we would bring those 2 large bags, and it's funny because you got to make sure after you're done putting your the bottles in the machine, you got to make sure that you take your trash bag with you, because those bags used to be big. But that's just what it is. Fund is really good. I think it's a good way to keep the streets clean, the environment clean, and you get you get money back for it that you can use on your groceries. So I think it's a great idea. I hope America does, and other countries around the world really implement that kind of system where you get your money back. Lidl and Aldi, they're really good with that. I know you guys don't have Lidl here yet, but Aldi you guys do, and I've noticed, I believe Aldi starts doing that. Aldi is a German company, so it's great that, we're bringing, the Aldi's bringing that European or the German way of fund to America. So I think that's great. This is my favorite, and I don't know why other countries around the world don't do it. So in Germany, we have something called Mehrwertsteuer. So Mehrwertsteuer is basically tax on products and goods. So when you're shopping, let's say you're in Walmart or you're at Target and you see a product and you're like, oh, it's $5.99. Well, obviously, when you go up to the counter, you're going to have to pay tax on that. Well, in Germany, it's different. In Germany, if you see something that's $5.99 or $6.99, when you go to the register, it's $5.99, $6.99. There's no extra onto it because the tax is already built into the price that you see. And that's one thing I absolutely love about Germany. When I moved to Florida in 2012, I won't forget, I actually forgot because it was a good 4 or 5 years since I last took a trip to America about the tax. Because you got to think, in Germany, I'm so used to just going to the store, be like, oh, it's €5, here's €5. Oh, it's €20, here's €20. Oh, it's 100, here's 100. when I went to Walmart, I bought a stick of gum. It was bubble gum because there was what's it called? It's a kind of bubble gum brand that I like I haven't liked. I think it's bubble yeah, but something. It's bubble gum. It's with the little pink thing. The name rhymes. So anyway, and I remember I went to the register and the lady was like, "Oh yeah, I saw it was like what was it, $1." So the lady was like, "Oh yeah, it's $1.05," and I was like, "What?" She's like, "Yeah, it's $1.05." I'm like, "But it said $1 on the sign. Why is it $1.05?" And the look she gave me, she was like, and the look I gave her was like, because I was confused. I'm like, why are you trying to steal my money? Like, it said $1 there. And then I remembered because she said tax, and then I'm like, it clicked in my head too. I'm like, I'm not in Germany anymore. So in Germany, it's really easy. If you see a price that says it's this. It's this certain price. It's going to be that price at the register too. I like that too because let's say, and I think about homeless people a lot. If people are, let's say for fun, if there are homeless people who are, trying to collect bottles and get money and they need to buy some food, at least they know, hey, I just need €5 to save for maybe a pack of ramen or something like that. So that's why whenever I think of Mehrwertsteuer, I think about, just how easy it is. But I also think about, people who are on the lower income level who, may not always have the best math skills and may think, oh, I don't know if I have enough money to buy this. Well, in Germany, you can have if you know that it's €10, you can just go to the store and buy it for €10. Where in America, they add the tax on. And I must say, I don't get why other countries around the world do not do that. I think it's just a brilliant idea. It makes it simple, makes it easy. You know exactly what the price is, and you don't have to guess, well, let me add tax onto that or whatever. I just think it's a brilliant idea, and I just don't get why other countries do not follow. Now, talking more about Germany. I don't know if any of you know this, but in Germany we have something called Kindergeld. Kindergeld, roughly translated, means children's money. So, Kindergeld basically is you get money for each kid that you have, and this ranges anywhere from €150 up. It's a case by case, but you do get money up until your child is 18, and in some cases, if they're studying, then you'll get it till 21. So this is a great program that Germany has. So every month, you get let's just say €150 just to make it easy for each kid you get. So you get let's say you have 2 kids, so that's €300 that you get. And let's say you're a low income family. That €300 goes a long way. Now, it doesn't matter what tax bracket you're in, everybody gets Kindergeld as long as you're a born native German citizen. So my mom, she got Kindergeld for me and my brother. And a lot of parents, what they do is that they'll buy clothes for their kids. Maybe they might pay a bill with it. Hey, that's on them. But the money's intended for the kids. I know some parents, they'll buy food for the kids. They'll make sure that you buy clothes, schools, supplies and stuff like that. So it's a great cause. Should you be using it to pay bills? I say no, but kids are expensive. But that's why Germany gives you that kind of assistance. So sometimes there are people out there you're like, damn, y'all are some rabbits. And if they're in Germany and they're born natural and they're native Germans, then they're going to get that Kindergeld. So it depends if they're making 150 or if they're getting 250 per kid or whatever it is. Use a condom. Number 7. Number 7 is about rent. So in Germany, we have 2 types of rent. So when you're looking at apartments, the realtor is going to offer you 2 types of rent. It's either Warmmiete or Kaltmiete. So Kaltmiete means cold rent. Warmmiete means warm rent. Now, you might say, well, what does that mean? So it basically means if you do Kaltmiete, that means you're renting that apartment without any gas. So during the winter, it's going to be rather cold. And if you do Warmmiete, that means you're renting the apartment with gas. That means you want this apartment with gas. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean the gas is included. No, that's going to be a separate bill. But that's putting that option that, hey, your apartment will be receiving gas to warm the house or the apartment. So the price is, there is always, like if you go on like different websites. I think one's Wohnung24.de or something like that. If you go on if you go on those kind of websites, you'll see where it says Warmmiete, Kaltmiete, and it's just telling you this is the price if you do it without gas or heating, and then this is the price with gas and heating. So it's very interesting. There is sometimes it is a major price difference. Sometimes it's not that crazy. It just depends on whatever the landlord or the company is wanting to rent the apartment at. Health insurance. So in Germany, as you guys know, health insurance is a socialist country. So that means everybody, whether you're working or not, has health insurance. So I know some people are like, oh, socialized medicine. Yes, sometimes, you do have to wait a little bit to get a surgery, but it's less bills out of your pocket. I know in America, yeah, you can get health insurance, but you're paying for that every month out of your paycheck. And the bad thing I think is if you get health insurance, that doesn't necessarily mean you get to cover your whole family. I've known some coworkers who can't afford health insurance for their whole family because they have 2-3 kids and they're married or whatever. But to go ahead and get that, their premium is what, like $900 or something ridiculous like that. It's expensive, unfortunately. In Germany, by law, everybody who's working and not working gets health insurance. Of course, there's pros and cons. I can tell you one pro that I liked was in Germany, one of our winters wasn't strong enough to kill all the ticks, so Lyme disease was going really rampant, unfortunately. And at the time, my brother's ex-girlfriend, she got bit by a tick and had to go to the hospital, and unfortunately, she got infected with Lyme disease. And Lyme disease that year, I want to say it was 2008 or something like that, was really bad. So what the German government did is everybody was, if you were under a certain age, they were saying, hey, we are giving free Lyme disease shots. And I remember going to the doctor and getting my shots and stuff like that. You can go private. There is options to go private, to be insured privately. It is a little bit more. That's out of your own pocket that you will have to pay for. You could argue that it is better service because it's not, you don't have the whole country on that one insurance. But it's if you have the money for it. And again, I think of it more as for other people, for people who don't necessarily if we were more, I guess, had a more health system like America where people can't really afford it. It sucks that people don't have access to the health or can't afford health coverage sometimes. So pros and cons, to socialized medicine. But in this case, I honestly think it's a pro. I think it's all right. But that's just me. Anyway, going on. So a little something about Germany that I don't know if you guys actually know, but in America, obviously you guys have elementary school, middle school, high school, and then college. Well, in Germany, you have elementary school, middle school, then you have Realschule, Hauptschule, und Gymnasium. So technically, Hauptschule, Gymnasium, und Realschule, those are all 3 kinds of forms of, high schools. So you go to elementary school, middle school, and then you have to select, in 6th grade, you have to select which high school you want to go to. Now, so a lot of the high schools, so either you go, if you choose Realschule, I believe you go until 9th grade, Hauptschule, 10th grade, Gymnasium to 13th grade. Now, in Germany, what the school system does is that they always try to train you for the job that you want to do. For example, my sister, shout out, hey, she is a dental hygienist. So she had to go to Hauptschule to go ahead and get her, they told her, okay, you have to go to 10th grade, and then you're going to do a practicum after 10th grade, and we're going to train you for the job you want to do. So that's what Germany is really big for. So it's a pro and a con as well because you're trained specifically for this one job, and you go to the practicum. Hopefully you like it. It's kind of hard to do job changes in Germany, but it's not impossible. But a lot of people, they venture out. Now you may say, why would I ever try to do Gymnasium, which is technically kind of high school, because it goes to 13th grade, where I know in America it goes to 12th grade. Well, when you go to the Gymnasium, that's when you're trying to become a judge, a lawyer, or a doctor. So you go for that higher education, so you can go from Gymnasium to university, which is free. In certain cases, normally you just pay for your school books and that's it. But going back to the school systems, gymnasium normally helps people who want to go to a little higher professional job. Realschule, again, if you're not sure what you want to do, again, all three schools have pros and cons to one another. That'd probably be a different story different video if you guys want. Let me know below. But it is interesting. So Germany, you do have three different schools, and it is a big decision that you have to make in middle school at 6th grade. It's not an easy decision. Obviously, before the teachers talk to the students, the parents have to be involved. So it's a very big milestone and step in somebody's life because you're guiding them to the direction. Because it is, hey, let's do the basic classes if you don't know right away, but let's try to figure it out as we go. So, going back to shopping, actually, because shopping's fun, right? So in America and other places, if you go grocery shopping, you have somebody packing your food for you. Normally, you have somebody packing your food for you. But in Germany, you don't have that. There's not a grocery store in Germany that does that for you. It's they'll maybe like in Lidl, what they'll do, or Aldi, they'll go ahead and they'll put the food in your cart, but that's on you to bag. Now, let's say you don't have any bags. That's basically what I was trying to say. In Germany, you have to pay for your bags. So when you go to the register, on top of the, I guess, conveyor belt where you put your food on, underneath is like a whole row of bags. It's plastic bags, and they're normally €2.30. They can get pricey. So normally, you pull 4 out, you put it on top, and you have to pay for your bags. And if you go to Walmart, Target, anything like that, and you're buying food or groceries or whatever, you get the bags for free, and they normally pack it for you. But not in Germany. It's you buy it, you pay for it, you pack it on your own. Good luck to you. So in Germany, you'll see a lot of people sometimes what they'll do is they'll come with like their little picnic basket looking like things, or they'll have their big blue bags, or like what we used to do is we'll have our big IKEA bags, because IKEA bags are the bomb, y'all. Let me tell you now. IKEA bags you can use anywhere for anything, anytime, because they're just so big. That's like worth the money. You'll see like people like me with IKEA bags in my cart. And then you'll have like a little side area where you can just pull off and basically pack everything in. And the cool thing actually about Germany as well, when it comes to, when you're packing your food in, let's say that you bought something and it's in a box, you can actually unbox it once you're done paying. You can actually unbox the product, put it in the bag, and leave the box there. And then the employees will come and they'll collect all the cartons and, put wherever they put the rest of the cartons. And so to the last one, I know I said 10, but I'm probably on 11 right now. The last question that I get, that a lot of people ask me is, are Germans rude? Germans seem rude. Are they rude? I personally don't think that Germans are rude. It could be that because I speak the language and I know the culture. I know everybody's experience is different. I know this may come to a big surprise to you guys, but in Germany, education's very important. So a lot of people actually know how to speak English, especially this generation. We all know how to speak English. It's mandatory in school to take it, but don't be surprised if you have some people who speak fluent French or Spanish or Arabic. I actually remember I was on the tram coming home. I was going back from Mannheim to Heidelberg. After I forgot what I was doing, but I had to do something. And I remember sitting, and I was just looking out the window, and I didn't have headphones. And I was like, damn it, to listen to my music. And so these group of boys were sitting in front of me. They were, I think, middle schools. And the one boy, he was just, complaining. He's like, I have English exam tomorrow, I have my Spanish next week, I have Arabic, and I have French. And I thought, damn, kid, what you trying to do? Like, that's killing yourself. I love languages, don't get me wrong. When I was in school, I was trying to take Chinese and Spanish at the same time, but my counselor wouldn't let me, so I took Chinese. But anyway, I thought that was a lot of classes. And then, of course, you have math, biology, electricity, and all that other stuff that you have to take. So he had a class load, so which is crazy. So, going back to the original thing, I don't necessarily think Germans are rude, especially this generation. I don't think the older generation's rude either, per se. I know some of them may seem rude or just walk past you because some of them may not be confident in their own speaking skills. But I don't think Germans are rude. Sometimes Germans can be a little bitchy, especially customer service representatives. They can definitely be a little bitchy. But you just got to remember, kill them with kindness. and be bitchy back to them. It's the never-ending circle. Well, I hope you guys liked it. Yeah, I guess it was 11, not 10, but I hope you guys truly enjoyed these little random facts about Germany. Leave in the comments below if you have any questions about anything that I said today. Let me know if you guys would like another video about this. There's so much about Germany that's just like, what? And I hopefully will be uploading another video soon. Please leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, click the little notification, stay on top, and we will see each other next time. Bye.